I wrote Two Jews Walk into War after a friend of mine had brought in a newspaper article from the New York Times about, I think it was called The Last Two Jews of Kabul. And I read the article and found it very funny, funny in the sense that it was an absurd circumstance that immediately seemed worthy of making a play about. The two characters in Two Jews Walk into War are ISHAQ and ZEBLYAN. These are both based on real-life characters. They discovered after a third Jew in Kabul was killed that they were in fact the last two Jews living in Kabul, Afghanistan. And ISHAQ is in the play the more pious one, the one who believes that there's a purpose for his the fate of the Jews in Afghanistan, and that he is somehow meant to stay on and be almost not necessarily a prophet, but sort of someone who will deliver the Jewish community forward in Afghanistan. That's his purpose in life.
I play ISHAQ, the older of the two, and Jeremiah Kissel plays ZEBLYAN, who is more of a rough type, and I consider myself more of a upper-class Afghani Jew.
ZEBLYAN is a bit younger than him, and he has chosen to stay as well. But for him, the issue is a little different. He's lost a little bit of his faith. He doesn't really believe that the Jews are likely to prosper here in Afghanistan, but he doesn't want to be pushed out of yet another country. He doesn't want to have the legacy of Jews being pushed out of one country after another, so he's sort of stubbornly holding his ground.
ZEBLYAN is, you know, if this is an odd couple, he's the tough one, the nasty one, the sneaky one, the aggressive one, the thug.
The comedy of this relationship is that these two real-life guys living under these terrible circumstances, but sharing this desire somehow to make a community, hate each other. So that's the humor, and so the play that has emerged is, what would it take for these two guys who can't stand each other to bring them together, and what kind of act could help them together create something that would keep the community alive and in the future. I really think it's a play that would be, first of all, would be entertaining for anyone, but I think it will be of interest to anyone who's religious in any way at all, because it's really about faith. And also, even if you're not religious, if you're just interested in why people believe what they believe and why they would believe such extraordinary things under such difficult circumstances.